Good morning, Nellie's Farm here. It is September 4th, 2025, guys, a Thursday. I have a special prayer request for somebody on one of my favorite websites, godlikeproductions.com. His name is the Old Timer and he's in the hospital. He earned that name because he's 100 years old. He recently celebrated his 100th birthday, guys. So he's in the hospital right now, and his grandson posted on the forum asking for prayer. So I am passing it along to you. I know a lot of my subs are from GLP. So if you didn't know about this, it's one of the top threads right now, and I just wanted you to be aware because prayer can work wonders. Now, I commented that, he's really fortunate that he got to live in a time in America of prosperity and hope and community and neighbors who actually looked out for one another and cared for one another. In a time when you could support your family on one income and be comfortable. A time when people came together to support a good cause. A time when people were connected. Everybody is so disconnected now. I suppose the internet is one of those reasons. But I just wanted to mention this. I try to look out for people, even though I'm way out here. I put a post up about my local grocery store, the only one here, by the way, besides Dollar General's. We don't have many choices out here. And it seems like they're purposely overcharging people, even after people have pointed this out. They have not changed anything, so it's not a so-called glitch like a few people said. And a lot of the comments in my post were negative or shifting the blame towards me. Well, you should have done this, or did you do this right, or just don't shop there. Really? I remember a time when, stores didn't rip you off. I suppose corporations have always been corrupt, but we live in a time where, they totally screw us over. I'm fighting charges on my bank account. It's so screwed up, from something from weeks ago that they keep promising, another corporation that they're going to fix, and they still have it. And then they're even irritated, when you call again. This is America today, and he is so lucky to be able to live during a time, when there were still some morals and some love in this country, instead of people just spewing out, nasty things on the internet. Of course, it's easy for them to do, hiding behind a screen, right? You think they'd do that in person? Hell no, they wouldn't. But anyway, I wanted to say, please put some prayers out for the Old Timer, even if you're not a GOPer. 100 years old, and still, every day, he's looking to see what's going on in the world. Not necessarily the fake news, but the real shit, the stuff that the headlines that don't make the headlines. The stories that they repress on purpose to keep us, in the dark and ignorant. And ignorance is probably America's greatest enemy. Not a foreign country or anything, or even our government. I think ignorance is number one. Because with ignorance, you don't know what's going on. They can get away with everything. And they do. But I just wanted to put this out there. And I also want to say thank you to a sub and new friend in Tennessee who donated to me, and I don't know if he wants me to use his name or anything, so I'm not going to. Thank you so much for the donation. We still don't have a mower, And we got a weed eating kit coming for my son to fix our weed eater. He has been mowing with a weed eater, well, all year. Our mower broke last year. So a lot of people are suffering and going through financial struggle. That's why I made that post, to help others, not to complain, be bitter, or, bitch about it. I can get my money back. I'll go up there and get it corrected, but so that others, will know. I mean, every dollar counts in this economy, right? So anyway, sometimes being a Karen helps others. Just pointing out an injustice, which I've done many times here, and it usually comes back to bite me in the ass. But I'll still do it because it's the right thing to do. We all need to stand up for each other and come together, because if we don't, we're totally screwed. But anyway, I thank you for your time, for your listening. Please hit the thumbs up, because hardly anybody does, guys. I've had this channel 4 years now. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to pray for the old timer. Hope you're having a good day.